So I guess these Nanlite 1200s are so big they came on a box truck and a pallet. Amazing. Amazing. The thing that we're testing today is this generator. Let's see if this $400 generator from Sam's Club is going to get the job done for exterior lighting with these big boy lights. Well, tomorrow is the first day of shooting my next short film, Flea, and I'm super excited. There's still a lot to do. Today we're actually going to test out this generator behind me because there's going to be a lot of night stuff that we're shooting in the exterior. We're actually shooting out by this dam, and there's not going to be any power out there. And I was going to rent a generator. You know, typically when you go to a rental house or something like that and you want to rent a generator for exterior lighting, you can get these really cool little Honda generators called putt-putts, and they're these really small generators that output 2200, 2300 watts, which is really good. Say we're using two 1200 watt lights, they would be able to power that outside. And the idea behind these little generators is that they're really quiet. So they're normally pretty expensive to make them quiet like that, and so when you rent them, they cost, $100 a day or whatever, and we're shooting for multiple days. So that's we're shooting for 4 days, so that's $400. But then I was at Sam's Club buying craft service for this shoot, and I came across this little, apparently quiet generator that will do up to 1800 watts. So not quite as much power as we need. And it was only $400. So take the rental money and just dump it into this generator that I can have for other shoots and keep in my house in case the power goes out or something like that. So today we are actually going to test this generator, see how loud it is, and see if it can power some lights for us outside, and we won't have to rely on getting one of those expensive Honda generators. So first things first though, we got to go get some gas for it. I don't have gasoline here. I don't even have one of those little gas can things, so let's go get some of that. And then we got to go pick up gear from the rental house and stuff like that before we can shoot tomorrow. FedEx Ground's across the street. We should have lenses coming in. I might need to turn around. We actually have Zeiss Supreme lenses coming for the film, and we're shooting on the Sony Venice. I'm not sure I've mentioned that yet. Originally we were shooting on the Sony Venice because my DP that was flying in just got it, and we were excited to try it out. But he had a family emergency and isn't able to be the DP on the film anymore. I found that out just a couple of days ago. Oh, yep, they're coming across the street here. And so now my friend Corey is going to be the DP. That's how things go sometimes in production. Stop! Your generator has been shipped without engine oil. Do not add fuel or start the engine before adding oil. I used to work on cars in high school. This stuff isn't too foreign to me. Low idle mode. Seems to quiet it down a lot. And I'm guessing to keep this thing charging up, we should be in the run. Let's plug a 500 watt light into it and see what happens. Competing with the sun over here. 100% power. Listen to the audio here. As I come down, the noise comes down. So if we plug a 1200 into this, it's going to be loud. Dang! 100%. Alright, so we are, let's see, 25 feet from it. How does it sound where you can still hear my voice? Kind of loud. For what we're doing, we're actually going to have it really far away from the camera, and there's not a lot of audio, so for us this isn't going to be bad, but generally speaking this is a little hairy, I would say. The microphone's pointing right at it, obviously it's going to be louder. If we come over here, point the microphone away. If you have it outside your location, really you probably have to isolate that noise. Now I wonder if it charges up for a while and it can be less loud depending on how much power you have on it. I'm gonna go to the window closest to it to see how the audio sounds. Can definitely hear it. I mean, it's kind of like if someone was maybe using like a weed eater or something, a trimmer like across the street. And luckily it's a low sound. I don't know if that's better or not for audio, so we'll be coming to here where it's a little bit better for sound since we have a bed. Probably, you can't hear anything probably. Let me turn this up actually. This is where I normally have my microphone set for vlogging. So let's try this again. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm getting a little bit of a reading on the meter. Nothing crazy. Point it towards it. I don't know. Let's see once we get it into the computer. This is at 500 watts. I don't think it's going to get any louder than this. It probably has a peak loudness when it's actually running, which is good. So if we get 1200 watts plugged into it, that'll probably be the same as my guess. This is where I normally have my microphone set for vlogging. So let's try this again. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm getting a little bit of a reading on the meter. Nothing crazy. Point it towards it. I don't know. Let's see once we get it into the computer. This is at 500 watts. I don't think it's going to get any louder than this. It probably has a peak loudness when it's actually running, which is good. So if we get 1200 watts plugged into it, that'll probably be the same as my guess. So my personal take is that the generator totally works. It's really not that loud. What you would probably want to do is come up with some sort of extension system so you get it far away from set. Definitely works if you're inside an interior like this. You're not going to have very many issues with it in that way. It's not like the best thing. It's not going to totally compete with one of those Honda generators, but it's definitely going to get the job done for cheaper if you need something like this. Well, before I pack this thing up and throw it in my car for tomorrow, let's talk about today's sponsor, which is Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform to present your work online. You can start with one of their pre-existing templates to get going or build an entire website from scratch. I've been using Squarespace for the better part of a decade now to help me get work online. I just love how easy it is to quickly update the website, add my videos. When I shoot a new commercial or need to add a film to the website, I can just upload those films, embed them into the site whenever I want to with no problems. And Squarespace doesn't just make it easy to build portfolios, you can also build a store on the back end, which like I recently did when I was trying to sell some gear to fund this film. And the tools are just built into the platform already to make something like that happen. So if you're anything like me and you need to put your work online, well, you can just build a website with Squarespace. Click the link in the description to get 10% off, and I want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video.